outside Pelkey. The other 24, that's Chris Susi. Rick Donor, the 91. The 98, Rico Hernandez. 35, Brian McGinley. Green flag is out as another season of short track racing action kicks off at the Big A. Through turns 1 and 2, Nick Haywood picks up where he left off the 2012 season, and that's in the lead. They race into turns 3 and 4. He pushes pretty bad up in turn number 3. Perhaps that dirt that's down on the racetrack playing some factor in these cars pushing up the racetrack. Nick Haywood leads lap number 1 of the 2013 racing season.
Well, you got some of the heavy hitters in this first qualifier. Drivers were drawing for starting spots on their way into the Speedway. No handicap has been established, so drivers in this division drawing for their starting spot. Obviously, it was a good draw for Nick Haywood, who starts at the front.
And he comes around. He's going to lead lap number 2 as well, with Jamie LaFountain about a car length and a half off. Lonnie Rivers runs in the 3rd spot. Eric Lozier with that new number 28 car runs in the 4th spot. Rick Donor is 5th. 6th right now is Keith Pelkey. 7th, Kevin Susi. 8th is the 98 of Rico Hernandez. And in the back, it's Brian McGinley. You can see them all. Here comes Rick Donor now, challenging for the 4th spot on the outside. Donor puts that number 91 side by side off of turn number 2 as they race down the backstretch into turn number 3. Again, side by side, they hit that street light, and it looks like Rick Donor was going to try and split the R7 as Lonnie Rivers pushed up the track. We're halfway here in qualifier number 1 for the Sportsman Modified. And the turn number 3, Rick Donor tries to dive down on the inside of Lonnie Rivers. That move didn't stick, and here comes Eric Lozier to take the 4th spot back. They're racing side by side now. On the inside of turn number 1 is Lozier. Can't get that bottom groove to stick as Rick Donor prevails on the top of the racetrack. This time by popsicle sticks are out for the 29 of Nick Haywood. That battle for 4th again is heated up as Lozier is hanging on down on the inside by about a couple of inches that time over the 91 of Donor. Donor with a real good run this time off of turn number 2. He secures that number 4 spot going down the backstretch. White flag is out now for Nick Haywood. 1 to go for Nick Haywood. Haywood in the Budweiser Warren Tire T&B Metals number 29 with half a track to go. As he executes corner number 3, corner number 4 coming up, and he is going to win heat race number 1 of the 2013 season. Nick Haywood wins it. Jamie LaFountain 2nd. 3rd off of turn number 4 is going to go to Lonnie Rivers. 4th will go to Rick Donor in the 91 Lookout. 5th ended up Lozier. Kevin Susi got a piece of the wall. He comes home 6th. 7th was Keith. Back on the inside, Huntley Trucking number 1 is Jason Branham. Outside in the 46, that's Little Joe Daniels. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. 47 Eric Sales, 03 Speedy Brissett. And the 54 is Tom Remington. Oh boy, there goes Travis Bruno. He's testing out the dirt track off the top of turn number 2, and he's going to rejoin the field at the back of the pack. Lap number 1 is going to be led by the 69 of Mike Finney. John Mike Brissett runs 2nd. 3rd is Jason Branham in that number 1. Branham with a pretty good run off of turn number 2 looks to track down that number 14 of John Mike Brissett. Brissett holds a pretty good line through 1 and 2. Branham not going to be able to get there this time. The battle for 4th now heats up. The 7 of Cody Aubin takes a peek down on the inside of Little Joe Daniels. Gets a little bit of piece of him in turn number 1. Allows him to correct, and Joe Daniels holds the 4th spot. We watch that battle now as they race into turn number 3. Daniels a little squirrely, pushes up the track. Here comes Cody Aubin. Doors open. Cody Aubin says, "Thank you very much." Slides to the 4th spot. Kicks Little Joe back to 5th. Point of the black flag that time looked like he was at maybe Speedy Brissett. Speedy was smoking. And that number 03, no, not a cigarette. The back end was smoking. Here goes Little Joe again in turn number 3. Can't really get that 3rd corner. Halfway this time by the 69 of Mike Finney showing the way, and it's a pretty convincing fashion for him. Little Joe Daniels now off the pace. It appears he will take the West Side Auto number 46 back to the garage area. Single file they run right now, do they, in the Adirondack Water Systems Sportsman Modified. It is Mike Finney who leads the pack. Finney with a couple of cars this season. He's got the 69. He's also got the 38, which he's got the 358 modified engine in. He will be using that as a backup this season. 2 laps to go for Mike Finney in that number 69. Jason Branham does run 2nd. 3rd is John Mike Brissett in the 14. 4th, Cody Aubin. 5th, Eric Sales. 6th is Senior Speed. 7th, Tom Remington. White flag is out. 1 more trip around the Speedway. for the 69 of Mike Finney. Finney pushes a little bit that time off of turn number 2, but he's got so much room over that second place car of Branham that it's not going to bother him at all. Here he comes off of turn number 4, wins heat race number 2, Mike Finney. Finishing second is going to be Jason Branham. Third off of turn number 4 is going to be John Mike Brissett. Fourth is going to be Eric Sales. Fifth, Speedy Brissett. Sixth to the 58 of Remington. Cody Aubin was off the pace at the end. He's going to finish 7th with the 7.
One is Robin Wood. Shotgun on the field. In car number 21, the Furniture World of Vermont, Island Excavating, Harvest Equipment number 21 from Swanton. That is Dave Raptoy. 7 cars ready to run. Green flag. 8 laps of distance. First qualifier for the J&S Steel Limited Late Models. And on the outside, Brandon Atkins trying to take the lead away from Mike Shagnon down on the inside. As they run side by side down the backstretch going to turn number 3, it's Shagnon on the inside. Shagnon pushes into turn number 4. Atkins has to get on the binders, and Shagnon will lead the first lap. Mike Shagnon has the lead in the 86 car. Brandon Atkins working on the outside in car number 4. Cody Myers trying to get to the inside of the 70 in that number 75, trying to take the second spot away. Behind him, keep an eye on the 61 of Robin Wood as he's rolling on the outside. Wood closing in on the back bumper, the 4 of Atkins. They touch for the second spot. Here comes Myers to the inside. And at the line, Cody Myers has moved to second. Side by side racing for the second position. Side by side as well for fourth. Atkins drifts in turn number 2. 3 wide off the second turn. Robin Wood backed out of it wisely as the 3 and the 4 seem to take away that lane that the 61 had, trying to work through the middle. And Robin Wood didn't want to risk it on the first or the first qualifier for him at least in 2013, and he backed out. He'll now work underneath Atkins in the 4. That 4 appears to be misbehaving as he is sliding backwards. The handle a little bit off for Brandon Atkins in that number 4 car. Out front, it's still Mike Shagnon. Shagnon had a hard crash last year in the 86 that ended his season. They worked over the winter to put that car back together, and he is running out front. Here comes Danny Sullivan in the 3, looking underneath the 75 of Myers, who's sideways off turn 2. Sullivan goes to the second spot. Here comes Robin Wood looking to fill the same hole down on the inside. He's to the inside of Myers in turn number 4. They'll drag race down the front stretch for the third position. Myers will hang on by a nose at the line. The leader is Shagnon. Danny Sullivan's closing in the 3. Shagnon pushes to the top of 2. Sullivan P. Oh, there goes Cody Myers off the top of 2 with the Knight Automotive number 75 headed towards the Jersey barrier. He's able to get that car to come to a halt, and it'll produce the first yellow flag in this qualifier for the J&S. Works its way into turns 3 and 4. They'll work off the 4th turn down the front stretch, and there's the green flag. Sullivan is on the outside. On the inside at Shagnon in the 86. Sullivan gets a good run going to turn number 2. Danny Sullivan's going to take the lead away. Shagnon pushes badly up the racetrack. Robin Wood moves underneath. Here comes Brandon Atkins underneath. Shagnon in half a lap goes from 1st to 4th and now back to 5th as the 07 of Paye comes underneath. Here comes Dave Raptoy as well. 2 to go for Danny Sullivan. It's now Sullivan and Wood making some tracks to get away from the 07 of Dylan Paye, who has moved into the 3rd spot. Brandon Atkins runs in 4th with the 4 car. Sullivan with a 3 car length advantage going to turn number 4 with Robin Wood in the 2nd position. Here comes the 3 of Danny Sullivan to the white flag. Sullivan's got the Joshua Ware black topping number 3 out front, and he is maintaining that advantage over Robin Wood down the backstretch. It's 3, make it 4 car lengths. Then a similar gap from the 61 back to the 07. First qualifier 2013 is going to go to Morrisonville's Danny Sullivan. He'll take home the checkered flag. Robin Wood finishes 2nd. Dylan Paye is 3rd. Brandon Atkins 4th. David from Mariah, New York. And the Avery Energy number 55, it is Austin McKiernan. They will set the pace. Jamie Begor in the 19 on the inside of row number 2. And here they come off the 4th turn down the front stretch. There's the green flag. Boy, Sean Duquette shot out of a cannon on the outside. Duquette will have the lead going to turn number 2. Branham's on the inside. Begor right behind him as they race side by side down the backstretch. Branham's got the nose underneath the 18. He'll just about pull even going to 3 as there goes the 55 spinning in the middle of the backstretch, and that is going to bring out a yellow flag. A free ticket, no cost. We'll draw a winning ticket later on in the racing card. Here they come again off turn 4. Green flag. Duquette again with a good start on the outside line. The 18 and the 20, just about even off turn number 2. Jamie Begor's got a good view of the battle right in front of him as he sits in that 3rd spot. Side by side racing for the lead. Branham's down to the inside. A little bit of a bobble, but he gets on the binders to control that 20 car. Jamie Begor's going to look to the inside of Branham down the front stretch. Branham will hang on to 2nd. The 18 of Sean Duquette has the lead. Branham running in the second position. Jamie Begor works in third of the 19. It's a car length and a half now for Sean Duquette. Bucko Branham will close in the third and fourth turn. Jamie Begor works right off of his back bumper. And it's Nick LaGloy in the seventh car running in fourth. Chris Frenier works in the fifth spot. Fifth is Larry Underwood. Sixth is Chris Frenier. Seventh is the 56 of St. Clair. Here goes Duquette towards the top of two, and that opens up a lot of room to the inside for Bucko Branham. Branham will have the lead going to the third turn. Three cars mixing it up front now for the lead. Here comes Branham through on the inside. Down the line. Bucko Branham and the Bud Light Marcia Holmes, number 20, has the lead. Sean Duquette comes back after him on the outside. Jamie Begor is also there on the inside. Is he going to think three wide to three? Oh, that was a good idea, Jamie. He backed out of it going to the third turn. It is Branham on the inside. Sean Duquette on the outside. Sideways up towards the wall. Duquette's back in front halfway. Sean Duquette leading from the outside. Jamie Begor with a bit of a bobble going to turn number two. Here comes Branham back underneath for the lead. Seesaw battle out front. Branham's got the lead again. Going to the third turn. Here comes Duquette back after him on the outside. Duquette in turn number four trying to chase him back down. Bucko Branham's the leader. Jamie Begor still works in that third spot. Branham on the inside. Duquette on the outside. Duquette again goes to the top of two. A little bit of a bobble, and that's going to allow Branham to get away to a car length. Sean Duquette running in second. Now he closes in turn number three. He'll look back to the outside off the fourth turn with 2 laps to go for Bucko Branham. Car length and a half the lead for Branham at the start-finish line. Jamie Begor in the 19. He peeks to the inside. That Duquette 18 is pushing in turn number two. He's hooked up off the fourth turn. But in the second turn, that's where he seems to be losing some ground. Bucko Branham in the number 20 takes the white flag, and his lead is 3 car lengths at the line. Sean Duquette no longer thinking about challenging for the win in this one. He's going to have to try to hold off Jamie Begor in that number 19. Begor looking inside. Now Duquette takes that line away. Out front, it's the professor. Here comes Bucko Branham. He is going to win it. Checkered flag for Branham. Second goes to Duquette. Third to Begor in the 19. Fourth, it's Nick LaGloy. Fifth will be Larry Underwood. Sixth is Chris Frenier. And seventh is Casey St. Clair. And the EF Scratch Daddy is from Joliet, Quebec. The ML Production 99 from Michael LaBreche. 6 cars take the green flag as they head off into turn number one. It's Bertiome in a 1 taking the lead. A little contact with Leon Gagnon in the 4. Gagnon had to get on the binders, but he's back running again. Meanwhile, right behind Gagnon, wheel-to-wheel racing for third. It's Andy Haywood in the 80 and the 34 of George Foley. Bertiome has it. Oh, look out. Foley clips the wall at the end of turn number 1. George Foley, I believe, perhaps as the dust clears from the first turn. Did that car end up going over, Rob?
Yes, it did. Foley went up and over.
He went flying. You could see right at the very end of the first turn wall, those of you that are along the front stretch, you can see that his right wheel just clipped the very end of the turn 1 wall, and that upset the apple cart. George Foley was racing with...
But, probably I will. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining us. All right, that's Pat McGrail as we are ready to run again. The Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds back under green. Pierre Bertiome, in the 1 has the lead. Thanks to Pat McGrail again for joining us tonight up in the booth. It's Bertiome out front of the 1. Leon Gagnon in the 4 running in the second position. And Andy Haywood in the 80 car running in third. Fourth, it is Todd Ormsby, and then the 99 of Mike LaBreche. Pierre Bertiome, boy, you know something, Rob? When he gets out front, Bertiome is a tough customer. Sometimes in traffic, he doesn't always have the perfect luck, I guess, and doesn't always choose the right line. And sometimes I think grows a little impatient. But when he is out front, that 1, Quebec, can be a rocket ship. And you're seeing it right now. He's laying down some pretty quick lap times.
Very dangerous driver in heat races, but, like you said, when he's leading a race in the feature, lap traffic sometimes is his worst enemy as he gets a little bit too impatient and he tries to push the button a little bit.
And we're seeing Leon Gagnon, though, hang with him pretty well in that 4 car. It's about a 5 car length disadvantage now for Leon in the 4. And then a pretty good gap back to Andy Haywood in the 80 machine as he works in that third position. He's at the start-finish line, and the leaders are up in turns 1 and 2. Halfway in this first qualifier that has been a nasty qualifier, at least for George Foley. That machine on the hook and back at his trailer, and they are surveying the damage on that number 34. Perhaps we'll be able to get a report on the amount of damage and whether or not they feel as though they can get that car ready for competition later on tonight in the 60-lap main event. That's Bertiome out front of the 1, the 4 of Gagnon. Andy Haywood now running about a front stretch behind the top 2 cars. Bertillon comfortably working it around, and I don't think really there's a reason here for either one of these drivers out front to really push the issue. Bertillon just hitting his marks, driving his line. Leon Gagnon putting down pretty good lap times as well with that number 4 machine. There's 2 laps to go. Sizable investment for Leon Gagnon and his team over the course of the winter. They have put some new equipment under the right foot of the veteran campaigner from Chazy, and they are really excited about 2013.
Yeah, normally with Leon Gagnon, you expect the old style, the old Leon Gagnon, but this year they wanted to be more competitive than they have in the last couple of years, and it's a good idea right now. Leon Gagnon turning some fast lap times.
All right, here they come for the final time in this first qualifier. Kind of a walk in the park for Pierre Bertillon. Leon Gagnon will finish in the second spot. He's about 6 car lengths behind him for second. Finishing in third, it's going to be Andy Haywood with the Gayosa Wine and Spirits Roto-Rooter number 80. Fourth is Todd Ormsby, and finish back with us. He is from Sutton, Quebec, in the Hiva Corporation number 327. Now, green flag is out. No waiting for Brown. He was late to the dance, and he is going to be really late as he is in turn 3 while the rest of the field is chasing him down. Chris Kaye's got trouble. Kaye in the 18, then a car not running up to speed. This could be a good break for Dan Brown. It is, as the yellow flag comes out. Well, I wonder if he at the races. As we're ready to run again, qualifier number 2. They work off the 4th turn. Green flag. Mike Riel on the inside. Craig Riel on the outside. The Verizon car is going to go to lead. Mike Riel appears to be off the pace. That car shutting down off of turn number 2, and he will pull it into the infield. Out front it is Craig Riel. The number 97 of Chris Vernold runs in the second spot. Third is Jesse Mueller in the 19. Working in 4th is Dan Brown. And the double nickel for Matt Woodruff in the 5th position, and he is off the pace as well with that 55. Meanwhile, out front, Craig Riel, CO2 feeling heat. Here comes the 97 of Vernold. Chris Vernold was a Rookie of the Year here at Airborne back in 2011. He purchased the number 10 of Pat McGrail over the winter, and you can see that number 97 car is cooking on the outside. He tries to take the lead away from Craig Riel, working the outside line up towards the wall down the front stretch. He's the new leader. Well, we saw the 10 machine last year do that time and time again, and he will fly around the outside of the lead. Craig Riel has the Verizon colors flying this year. He works in the second spot. Meanwhile, here comes Jesse Mueller. That was a new car that they purchased late in 2012. I think Jesse was able to run it once here at Airborne at the end of the season. He'll campaign that throughout 2013. Mueller trying to find a way around Craig Riel, sitting in the 3rd spot. He'll look down to the inside, down the backstretch. Mueller has the nose underneath the CO2. Mueller, he pushed a little bit going to turn number 4, had to get on the binders. That allows Craig to hold on to the second spot. Halfway in the second qualifier, Chris Vernold's checking out. Mueller again down low on the inside. Working a middle line through the turns is Craig Riel in the CO2. Dan Brown, the 327, continues to run 4th, and it's Matt Woodruff in the 55. He's almost half a track behind the leader, Chris Vernold. Vernold in the number 97, the MCOR Services Tritech Weller's Auto Parts machine. Leading comfortably out front as Mueller looks underneath the CO2 yet again. Jesse Mueller trying to make the move, make it stick down on the inside. He will this time off turn number 4. He's got second. Can Craig Riel take it back away from him on the outside? No, Mueller will power away down the backstretch. As he takes the Mueller & Sons heavy-duty towing and recovering to the second position. The Verizon CO2 runs now in 3rd. Then it's the Gaylord Garage, number 327, for Dan Brown working in the 4th position. And Matt Woodruff has the double nickel running in 5th. Here comes Chris Vernold in the 97. The white flag is out for Vernold. Vernold's got a front stretch lead over the 19 of Jesse Mueller. Chris Vernold looking to perhaps make a statement to the rest of the field, and he certainly has been strong in this qualifier. A dominating victory for the Kingsbury, New York driver. Vernold wins. Second will go to the 19 of Mueller. Third, it is Craig Riel in the CO2. Fourth, it will be the 327 of Dan Brown, and then it is the 55 of Matt Woodruff. He'll finish in 5th. Auto repair number 76. That is Mike Wells. 7 cars set to run. Qualifier number 3. Lindemann will set the pace on the point. Here he comes off the 4th turn down the front stretch. Green flag is out. Max Vienne, the racing Baker out of Saint Césaire, Quebec on the outside, trying to hang with Andy Lindemann. Lindemann has the lead off turn number 2. Vienne works on the outside. Richard Tesseur chasing them down on the 49. Here comes Patrick Dupree. Dupree looks down to the inside. The G-Stone Motors 1X also looking to move. Out front it is Lindemann. Lindemann working high on the racetrack now. Vienne down low on the inside. There goes Tesseur on the outside. Richard Tesseur running in third. Here comes the 24 of Dupree trying to get the nose underneath. Right behind him is the G-Stone Motors 1X of Todd Stone diving down to Dupree off turn number 4. Todd Stone will get the position on Patrick Dupree. Stone goes to the 4th spot. Dupree coming back after him on the outside. No, he will lose ground on the 24 as he had to get on the binders. That car pushing up in 2. The 49 of Tesseur trying to get around the outside of Vienna in the 25. Right behind them it is the 1X of Todd Stone. Stone snookered now as he's trying to find a line, but there is none. The 25 works down low. The 49 works on the top. It's wheel-to-wheel racing for second. While they duke it out for the second spot, Lindemann in the 3 car checking out on him. It's a 10-car length advantage for Lindemann in the 3. The 25 of Max Vienne moving to the second spot. Richard Tesseur on the outside, still running in third. Todd Stone down on the inside line. He's hunkered down on the 1X, running in fourth. Tesseur has come back down to the inside line as well as they freight train in the top 4 spots. Halfway in qualifier number 3. Lindemann in the 3 shows the way. The 25 of Vienne running in second. Vienne closing in now, looking down to the inside for the lead. Here comes Max Vienne. Pushing through on the inside, Max Vienne, car number 25, is going to have the lead. Down the front stretch, Vienne is the leader. Andy Lindemann in car number 3, fading a little bit. Here comes Richard Tesseur looking inside. Tesseur gets that left front tire down to the infield, kicked up a little dirt as here comes Todd Stone. Stone almost threading the needle from the outside. Oh, the 49 heavy onto the binders. That allowed Stone to finish the pass, and here he charges to second. G-Stone Motors 1X for Todd Stone now in the second spot. Andy Lindemann running in third. The 49 at Tesseur running in the 4th spot. Patrick Dupree, he is back in that 5th position, not really making up much ground either. Out front, it is the number 25 from Max Vienne. He's got 2 laps to go, and he's got a hard-charging Todd Stone that is coming after him. Stone in the 1X, now 3 car lengths behind Max Vienne in the number 25. That 3 car lengths is down to 1. Off of turn number 4, down the front stretch. White flag is out. Does Todd Stone have a card to play? Is there a trick up the sleeve? Here he goes on the outside at turn number 2. Vienne down low on the inside. Stone on the outside. Drag race to turn number 3. Stone puts the nose out front for the lead. Into turn number 4. Todd Stone on the outside up to the wall. They race down the line. Checkered flag and Stone wins. Max Vienne finishes second. Andy Lindemann is third. Richard Tesseur fourth. Fifth goes to Mike Wells. New York. Then that's that aforementioned 08 from Dannemora. Andrew Bordeaux. On the outside, the 7 is Josh Leclerc. The 44, that is Tyler Terry. Outside Tyler Terry in the 13, Joe Warren. And at the rear of the field, the junk is beautiful. Number 2, he's from Clayburgh. That is the Metalman. All right, they are, as is typically the case, side-by-side racing throughout the field as they try to get to the front. And the guy who is at the front right now, the H2O for Robert Gordon. Gordon with a number of victories in this division. He's got the premier paving car out front, the H2O well drilling machine, leading by 2 car lengths. Mark Karen at car number 5 with the Karen Cycles. Andrew, the computer guy, number 5 in the second position. He is running side-by-side with the 43, that is Josh Terry. Terry has the Wells Auto Repair 43 to the outside of Karen, and he has the second spot at the line by a couple of feet. 3 wide racing for the 6th position. The 44 of Tyler Terry, the 13 of Joe Warren's threading the needle. On the outside is Josh Leclerc, easy for me to say. Off of turn number 2, they're still 3 wide. Will they go a full lap around this racetrack running 3 wide? It's pretty close to happening as they're coming off of turn number 4. And Josh Leclerc just quite couldn't get back to the outside of the 13. Otherwise, it would have been a full lap around the track 3 wide. Tyler Terry in the 44 is holding on to that 6th spot. Joe Warren in the 13 trying to get around the outside of that 44. And then Josh Leclerc also right in the mix in car number 7. Some of the best racing is for the 6th position. Halfway in qualifier number 1 for the KRD Trailer Sales Renegades. Rob Gordon out front, the H2O leading by 4 car lengths. It's the 43 of Josh Terry next. Jason McClatchy has the sharp look at number 70 running in that 3rd spot. Mark Cairns, number 5, is running in 4th. And then orange for Andrew Bordeaux running in the 5th position. You certainly can see that orange car from a pretty good distance. Robert Gordon in the H2O maintaining the advantage. Josh Terry, like he might have just cut into the lead a little bit. The deficit that he is facing is about 3 car lengths in 3 and 4. Rob Gordon working a higher line around the track, and he's got 2 more laps to go.
Well, the turn was a little sideways off of that 4th turn. Perhaps, that car could be running. But bump.
So it's Robert Gordon, Josh Terry closing in what was a 3-car length disadvantage down to 2. Jason McClatchy is just a car length and a half behind Terry. The white flag is out. One more lap to go for Rob Gordon. Can he hold off Josh Terry, who is now on the back bumper? Off of turn number 2, it's back to a car length now. Gordon has run that higher line around the Speedway, and that's pretty consistent for Rob. You're a regular here. You know that's the line that he likes, and it's a line that's going to take him to the win. Robert Gordon wins the first qualifier for the Renegades. Josh Terry second. Jason McClatchy third. Mark Karen fourth. Mr. Turner will take the orange 08 home in the 5th spot. It's got the Subway colors on the number 69. Next in the 48, that is Bill Donor in car number 48. Outside in car number 11, Lance Raptoy from Fairfax in the 11 car. He'll start 8th and shotgun on the field. Freeman Sawyer's got the number 51 out tonight, and he is starting 9th on the grid. Green flag is out. It's Richie Turner out front in the 17. On the inside, Kurt Seymour in car number 357. The Renegades starting a couple of qualifiers with 9 cars in each, so about 18 cars for the Renegades tonight. Oh, black flag is out for the Donor number 48. That was Rick Donor's number 1 car last year, and he had problems in one of the earlier practices as well, and he's hopefully not putting much fluid down around the track. That was a problem earlier in practice, and I believe that was one of the culprits earlier in the practice rounds. Meanwhile, side-by-side racing, especially for the 4th position on back. Out front, it's Richie Turner in the 17. Kurt Seymour in the 357, not giving up on that inside line, trying to get underneath the 17 car. Again, the black flag for the 48. He's got it. He's headed back to the garage area. Here comes the 357. He is still working to the inside of Richie Turner, 17. It's side-by-side racing for the Renegades. Who would have guessed it? This Renegade division produces side-by-side racing on a regular basis here at the Big A division of parity, and that's why, as we mentioned a number of times, the feat that Booten was able to pull off, winning this division 3 straight years, was really pretty remarkable when you consider how competitive this division is and how skilled a number of these drivers are, the fact that he was able to do that so many times. Richie Turner leading out front. He's finished the pass of the 357. Well, he had the lead the entire time. The 357 was lurking underneath. But now he is clearly in the rearview mirror, running about a car length and a half behind Turner in the 17. In the 3rd spot, it's Ryan Booten in car number 28. Then the Big Daddy, Don Franklin, works in the 4th position. He's got the Subway sponsor number 69 in that 4th spot. Lance Raptoy, the Culligan number 11, running in 5th. Raptoy peeking down to the inside off turn number 2. Trying to get that nose underneath Franklin in the number 69, who works on the top. So it's Raptoy looking down low. The 69 now a middle line around the track. Meanwhile, behind them, side-by-side racing, as they are fighting for the 6th position. The 23 of John Booten down on the inside. Rob Favreau in the number 22 working on the outside. Favreau was a feature winner here at the Speedway last year. Lance Raptoy and the 69 of Don Franklin. Good battle for 4th. Raptoy's on the inside, Franklin on the outside with 1 lap to go. The white flag is out for Richie Turner in the 17. Turner, comfortable lead out front now. The 357 of Kurt Seymour in the 2nd position. And it is the 28 of Ryan Booten sitting in 3rd. The 11 of Lance Raptoy still trying to get to that 4th spot. Here they come off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Winner Richie Turner. 2nd is Seymour. 3rd, Ryan Booten. 4th, Don Franklin holds on. 5th goes to Lance Raptoy.
Chad Collins. Final car on the field is the number 71. That's John Montroy, and I see the 79 of Jay LaGrave also joining at the back of the pack. Green flag is out. Black flag is out also for the number 71. That's John Montroy. Well, they raced 3 wide for the 2nd spot off of turn number 2, but no doubt about the leader. It's Dale O'Neill as they race into turn number 3. Here comes Eric Riel 3 wide on the top of the racetrack. Now 2 wide, side by side. He and LaFountain fight off of turn number 4. Oh, real close to the wall right there for Dave Demore. Perhaps kissed the wall off of turn number 4 in that number 88 car. Out front, it is Dale O'Neill. Running second's that 02 of Rio. LaFountain sits 4th. Or 3rd rather, and 4th is Turner. They're 3 wide for the 5th spot. Who's it going to be? Drown on the inside, Chris in the middle. Well, there goes the car on the top of the racetrack, so it's now 2 wide for that number 5 spot. Drown down on the inside. Looks down below Amber Turner in that number 86. He's going to bring Jason Chris with him, and they slide to the 4th and 5th slot. Out front, throw a blanket on those top 3 cars as Dirty Dale O'Neill sees halfway this time around. The 02 of Eric Riel lurking about a car length and a half behind. It's about 2 car lengths back to that number 41 of Tim LaFountain. And then about a half straightaway back to Tyson Drown in the number 6. The top 5 rounded out right now by Jason Christ in the number 54. Popsicle sticks are out for Dirty Dale O'Neill. Riel now right along the back bumper. Bobbled a little bit that time between 1 and 2, but so does O'Neill. O'Neill pushes bad up turn number 2. Here comes Riel down on the inside turn number 3. Looks him in the eye, goes right on by, bringing LaFountain with him as well. O'Neill tries to come down, can't shut the door. LaFountain is there with a white flag out, and Riel in the lead. Well, Riel, no problem on this one. As long as he's clean through the last 2 corners, he will go on to win this first heat race. The story, Dale O'Neill really gave up some ground there. O'Neill from 1st to 3rd on that 1 lap with that mishap in turn number 2. Here they come for the final time. Eric Riel wins it. Tim LaFountain is 2nd. 3rd goes to Dale O'Neill. 4th, Ty Drown. 5th's going to go to Chad Collins. 6th, Amber Turner. 7th, Jason Christ. He might have had a problem. 8th, Dave Demore. And 9th, B of Pete Blaney. 4 rows back on the inside. 9th starting spot, it's the 45B for Josh Laporte. Outside Laporte, it is the 66 of Robert Foley. And shotgun on the field, it's the 24 of Sean Rodenbush. Well, the green flag is out, and so might your eardrums be as they race through turns 1 and 2. Perhaps someone missed a gear as they came to take the green flag. They race down the back stretch in a whole gaggle of cars. As the 22 of Blaney looks to move through the middle. It's 3 now, 4 wide off the 4th turn, and somehow they make it work as they settle into 3. 4 wide was the thought from John Bradley. Wisely backed out of that. The leader of lap number 1 is Pete Blaney. Favreau down on the inside right now runs 2nd. Signs is 3rd. And 4th is the guy that also doesn't need practice. That's John Bradley.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that 20 was last year's 47, was it not?
It was. You're right.
So that is the track championship car from last year.
Car. Yes.
Yeah, that was it was Eric Sale's car last year.
Look out. Rob Clark got a piece of the 69 of John Bradley. Got him a little squirrely. Bradley able to correct it, though. Battle for the lead. Look at this. Kane Favreau, the youngster. Blaney gets high in turn number 3. He's squirrely, and Kane Favreau to the lead. Whoop, kissed the wall off of 4-2, did Blaney, and then came down right in front of Rob Sainz. Sainz had to go down in front of Clark. So Sainz takes the 2 spot away as Blaney pushed up the track off of turn number 4. Here comes Clark in the 14. Clark just motors by as they're 3 wide. They look to split the difference. And, oh boy, they had a little bit of a mix-up there in turn number 3. They got together. But Rob Clark comes through down on the inside with 2 laps to go for the rookie, Kane Favreau. So Favreau, so far so good in his opening appearance. He did start 3rd, but that means he got around 2 cars, but he's going to have to hold off a very fast Rob Clark. And here comes Rob Clark right now. There's going to be 1 lap to go this time by. Can he hang with Rob Clark is the question. White flag is out. And it's still Favreau at the line by about a quarter of a car. Well, here it is. Favreau with a good run down on the inside. Clark, though, takes the momentum from that progressive banking. Look at him go down the back stretch. Clark's going to take the high road. Nearly pull even, about half a car length advantage through 3 and 4. Here he comes off of turn number 4. Favreau and Clark and down at the line. Whoa, that's close. That is close. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna make a guess. Here they come. Off of turn number 4, down to the green flag. Final cars in the field. The 98 is Hernandez. The 46 is Daniels. 35 is McGinley. And the 28T is Travis Bruno. Yellow flag is out on the field as everyone will come to a halt. It is going to be an original restart. Air start, I guess. Here we go. We're going to try it again. Off of turn number 4. Good jump for the 20. Green. Flag is out. Good jump for LaFountain in that number 20 as they race through turns number 1 and 2. Finney pushes high off of turn number 2. Donor and Rivers also push high off of turn number 2. They race through turns 3 and 4. Leader of lap number 1 is going to be the 20 of Jamie LaFountain. They slice and dice midway through the pack as they jockey for position. The R7 of Lonnie Rivers works to top the racetrack. Rick Donor in the 91 down on the inside. They battle for the 5th spot. Donor down on the inside, tries to stick the nose out in front. They lean on each other in 3. Here comes Donor down on the inside, drop kicks Rivers back to the 6th spot. Out front, it is LaFountain and the 29 of Nick Haywood running away with Mike Finney not too far behind. Some good side-by-side racing for about the 8th and 9th spot. 8th through about 12, they're side-by-side. Eric Sales has pulled away from that side-by-side battle. John Mike Brissett in the number 14 races side-by-side with his teammate Speedy Brissett in the 03. Another pair of tag teammates, the 14 and the 03. Oh, look out. Rick Donor got a piece of the wall off of turn number 4. Donor now allows the R7 of Rivers to come through in front. See the dirt kicked up in the bunker off the backstretch. That's Travis Bruno. That's his second visit back there. You see he received the passing flag, and I think he's going to take that Lozier number 28 back to the garage area, and he does. Now looking back out front. Nick Haywood has closed within about a car length on that 20 of Jamie LaFountain. Nick Haywood. It's going to look low this time in turn number 1. LaFountain comes down, shuts it over, but pushes up the racetrack. So does Haywood, though. Haywood now looks down on the inside, going into turn number 3. Haywood with a 29 there, has the wheels there. Backs out of it as LaFountain shuts the door. And they race off of turn number 4, and LaFountain has held him off for about a lap and a half. Look out on the backstretch.
John Mike Brissett's involved.
Yeah, John Mike Brissett around. Susie. Well, it's Susie or... I
think it's a 24.
It is birthday today. They're set to go. 6 laps down, 19 to go. Here they come. Off of turn number 4. Green flag. Good jump down on the inside for LaFountain. But the 29 of Haywood gets back quick. Oh, a little bit of trouble that time for Branham off of turn number 2. Had contact with the 69 of Finney. Branham's going to get drop kicked all the way near the back of the pack. Bad news for Branham as he got mixed up with the 69 of Finney. And he's going to get drop kicked to about the 12th position.
A lot of smoke showing from the back of Cody Aubin's number 7 car as well.
Yeah, you wonder if that's Cody Aubin or perhaps Dick Dastardly driving that number 7 car.
A smoke screen. I don't know if something is rubbing perhaps on the right rear tire producing that smoke, but black flag is in the hand of our chief starter Butch Henry, and he's checking it out.
Well, it doesn't appear there's any sheet metal rubbing. Perhaps maybe an engine problem or something leaking underneath that number 7. This time we'll have to watch chief starter Butch Henry. It appears he's going to unfurl that flag. And, well, this time around, yep, black flag is out for that number 7. Well, looks like problems for the 24 of Keith Pelkey. Pelkey's going to take that 24 back to the garage area. Looks like a left front flat. Out front, Nick Haywood has pulled away. That restart helped him out on the top of the track. So Haywood running away out front. Second is the 20 of LaFountain. Third is Mike Finney. Rick Donor has battled back to the 4th position after kissing the wall off of turn number 4. Lonnie Rivers right now rounds out the top 5. 6th is Eric Sales. 7th right now, crossing the start-finish line, is Eric Lozier. 8th to Jake Branham, battling back after that unfortunate restart. 9th is Senior Speedy Brissett. And rounding out the top 10 right now is Little Joe Daniels in the West Side Auto 46. Picking up about mid-pack, but number 47 of Eric Sales looks to challenge the R7 of Lonnie Rivers. Rivers off of turn number 2, bobbles, but so does Sales. Perhaps Sales following the same line. This time by, it's halfway for the 29 of Nick Haywood. Haywood halfway. Oh, bad run that time off of turn number 4 for Rick Donor. Donor pushing pretty bad that time off of turn number 4. Here comes Jake Branham. Let's watch him work back through the field. Branham in that Huntley trucking number 1 looks to the top of Eric Lozier in turn number 3. Well, he blows by him pretty quick on the top of the racetrack, and he will quickly work on the battle in front of him between the 47 of Sales and the R7 of Lonnie Rivers. Sales pushes up the track that time. That kind of broke the momentum of Jake Branham, and it also cost Sales a couple of spots. Branham able to get through, though, and will now go to work on the R7 of Lonnie Rivers. 10 laps to go. That last time by, that means we are at lap number 15, and still showing the way is Nick Haywood in the number 29. Nick Haywood in that Budweiser Warren Tire T&B Metals number 29 was the champion 1 year ago. And is picking up right where he left off last season, picking up 7 wins, looking for win number 1 of the season here in week number 1, and is certainly dominating this feature race so far. Passing flag out for Brian McGinley in the number 35. McGinley, a rookie in this division. McGinley regularly used to drive the limited late models. Now Jake Branham battles side by side with the R7 of Lonnie Rivers. give Jake Branham that spot, as Branham now runs in the 5th spot. Branham got drop kicked from about 4th off that restart, caught the tires up in the bunker, and has worked all the way back inside the top 5. Although that car appears to be going away as he's struggling through turns 1 and 2, especially in turn number 4.
A little heavier traffic now for leader Nick Haywood. This may bog him down a little bit. As you can see, they're running side by side in front of him as he tries to slide underneath John Mike Brissett, but the 20 is closing in.
Well,
Jamie LaFountain not out of this just yet, as there's heavy traffic right in front of the leader.
Well, there's about to be 5 laps to go this time by. Nick Haywood in the 29 works down on the inside of John Mike Brissett with the car length advantage that was about half a track, now down to about 4 car lengths. Haywood going to go up at the top. Rico Hernandez try and work his way around that way, but pushing up right in front of him is the 24 of Susie. Oh, he's going to split the middle, does Haywood. Real good move, and that may slow up LaFountain. That's going to buy some time for Haywood. So nice job by Haywood. They were working the lap traffic.
That was very likely a race clinching move for Nick Haywood when he dove down to the inside of the 24, because Jamie LaFountain is still working the top side of the track trying to get around these cars. What had been a 5 car length disadvantage is now back to about 10 car lengths, and LaFountain is still having to work through cars, and he's going to have to perhaps deal with a challenge from Mike Finney for second.
Here comes Mike Finney down to the inside. Senior Speed's off the pace at the top of the racetrack.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, he is. Well, hopefully he can nurse that one home in time. Popsicle sticks are out that time by for the 29 of Nick Haywood. Senior Speed going to be able to limp back to the garage area, no problem. We will stay under green. So it is Nick Haywood in the number 29. The battle for second heats up as here comes Mike Finney just off the back bumper. White flag is out for Nick Haywood. Mike Finney looks to the top of the racetrack. He's able to get around the 20 of Jamie LaFountain. LaFountain perhaps snookered. Here he goes around the outside, but Nick Haywood through corners 3 and 4 is going to pick up the first victory in the Sportsman Modifieds this year. Nick Haywood wins it, gives second to Mike Finney in the number 69, third to Jamie LaFountain. 4th is going to go to Rick Donor off of turn number 4. 5th will go to Jake Branham. 6th is going to go to the R7 of Lonnie Rivers. 7th, Eric Lozier. Then, Jake Branham off of the second turn ends up having a little bit.
About 4 laps to go. It got pretty hot and heavy right in front of him with some of the lap cars. Nick is climbing out of his car. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. Nick Haywood, the winner, race number 1 for the Sportsman Modifieds, and we'll go down trackside. Robbie will talk to Nick Haywood.
Well, we'll get Nick over here. Come on over, Nick. Certainly a pretty good drive to the finish that time.
And well, let's come over here. Gene can't see us on camera. At the very beginning of the race, it seemed as though the car was very good, but you didn't want to push anything trying to get around Jamie LaFountain. Talk about the patience you had early on in the race.
I was watching him. He was getting sideways, so I figured I would let my tires stay cool, and eventually we would get him. And then we got the restart, which was perfect, and I like the outside, so got to give it the gas and go.
Well, certainly the restart was the key to being able to get around him right away. Now, talk about, with about 4 or 5 laps to go, I don't know what you were thinking in the cockpit of that car, but pretty heavy lap traffic up in front of you. Talk about the move you made, dicing through the middle of those cars and the lap traffic, and how you approach lap traffic when you know you've got Jamie LaFountain chasing down behind you.
Yeah, I was. I thought, you don't have mirrors, so I thought they were right there. So I was doing everything I could and taking pretty big chances to get by him, So I got to thank my sponsors, Budweiser and Plattsburgh Distributing, RMG Enterprises, T&B Metals, Warren Tire Service Center, Gallagher's Towing, Clipper Corner, Northeast Radiator Repair, Proof Farm Center, and North Country Garage Doors. Without those guys, we wouldn't be here.
All right, well, congratulations on win number 1 in 2013.
Thank you very much.
That's Nick Haywood. He picks up the first win for the Sportsman Modifieds in the 2013 campaign. Rob, back upstairs.
All right, so the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds are over in the garage area. They are getting ready for their final practice session. They will have some hot laps that they will come out and run. Number 55, that is Austin McKiernan. Shotgun the 45 as here comes the green flag. Jamie Begor, the number 18, leads him off into turn numbers 1 and 2. Begor works the inside, now drifts to the top of the racetrack. That inside line moving through as the 07 of Paye starting on the outside of the front row. Right now Robin Wood snookered, but he finds a gap right in front of Dan Sullivan. That'll move him down to the inside line as he tries to get underneath the 07 car. Jamie Begor shows the way in the 19. Sean Duquette in the 18 running in the second spot. Bucko Branham running in third in car number 20. Duquette got the right side tires off the backstretch, kicked up the bunker a little bit, running in that second position. Robin Wood has cleared Paye in the 07. He now is fourth. Paye trying to hold off Dan Sullivan in the 3 car. Sullivan down on the inside trying to grab that 5th position away. Jamie Begor leads by 2 car lengths. Started on the point. He's got a now 3 car length advantage over Sean Duquette. Bucko Branham closing in on the back bumper. The 18 of Duquette. Robin Wood is also there right off the back bumper of Branham. He works in the 4th position. Running in 5th, it is the 3 of Sullivan. 6th is Paye. 7th is car number 7 for Nick LaGoy. At his door on the outside is car number 73 of Larry Underwood. LaGoy will grab that spot, and Underwood falls back a position. And right behind Underwood is the 4 of Brandon Atkins. Here comes Bucko Branham looking inside. Sean Duquette in the 18. Jamie Begor shows the way, but the battle is on for second. Branham down on the inside. Duquette on the outside with the 18 car racing side by side down the backstretch for second. They race into third. It's still Duquette on the top, holding on to that second spot. Branham coming through now on the inside, down to the line, and he's got the second position. Defending track champion Bucko Branham goes to the second spot. Sean Duquette now running in third. The 55 car of McKiernan is off the pace, and he stays out on the racetrack, working the top down the backstretch. Out front it is Jamie Begor. Begor in car number 19 moves underneath the number 45. Again, that car is not running at speed, and he is not running really in the competition tonight for the win. Just trying to stay out of the way of the other cars as he's trying to shake that car down for competition up in Quebec later on in the season. As Robin Wood in the 61, the 18 of Sean Duquette battling now for third as Robin Wood tries to slide underneath. Just about dead even at the line for the third spot. Jamie Begor in car number 19 has built a 10 car length advantage over Bucko Branham. Branham in the second position. Side-by-side battle for third on between Robin Wood and Sean Duquette. They go back and forth for that third spot, but down on the inside of the line, it's going to be Robin Wood in third. Jamie Begor with 8 laps complete, working down the backstretch, maintaining, perhaps building on an 11 now car length advantage over Bucko Branham in that car number 20. Begor running a smooth line out front. Branham trying to chase him down. And it was about a 10 to 11 car length lead, and appears to be closing a little bit at least on that lap. Perhaps Branham cutting into the deficit with Begor still cruising out front. Branham is in second. Running in third is Robin Wood. Fourth is Sean Duquette. Top 5 rounded out by the 3 of Dan Sullivan. That's a big gap back to Dylan Paye in the 07. He runs in the 6th spot. 7th is Nick LaGoy. Running in 8th is Larry Underwood. 9th is Brandon Atkins. And rounding out the top 10 is car number 21 for Dave Rabtoy. 11th is Mike Shagnon. 12th is Chris Frenier. 13th is the 56 of Casey St. Clair. And then in 14th would be the 55 of McKiernan. Begor, the number 19, continues to work not down exactly on the bottom of the track. He's working on middle line through turns 1 and 2, then takes it to the top of the speedway down the backstretch. The advantage of 11 car lengths is down to about 8 now, as Bucko Branham is slowly taking away some of that advantage that Begor has built up as we approach the halfway point of the race. 12 laps now showing complete. Branham again appears to be closing in on the 19. But will he need to close in at a faster rate with the laps starting to wind down? We are now at the halfway point. Cross flags are out for Jamie Begor in the 19. McKiernan in the 55 is going to really slow him down. He had to get on the binders with the 55, working a couple of lanes into 1 and 2. So that bogged down his progress, and that certainly brings Bucko Branham within about 6 car lengths in 3 and 4. Robin Wood continues to work right off the back bumper of car number 20 in Branham. Jamie Begor started on point. Again, when the drivers entered the speedway this evening, they drew an inversion. They drew for qualifying spots and then had an inversion that the first qualifier drew, and that allowed Begor to start on pole for this race. And the lap time is showing that Branham is just a tick quicker than Begor. A couple of laps back, it was Begor running a lap time of 18.607, and Branham ran a lap time of 18.568. Jamie Begor in car number 19 does not want to see a yellow flag in this one as lap number 16 goes up on the board. He's got 9 laps to go, and there goes a car off the top of turn number 3. barely set it, and the yellow flag is going to come out. A car off the top of the third. Well, this should be good. 10 laps to go. They're on it. Here they come off of turn number 4. They're both after it down the front stretch. Green flag is back out. Bigor is out there going into turns 1 and 2. He's going to work that slightly higher line. Robin Wood is right behind him. Here comes Branham on the top of the track off turn number 2. Bigor's got the lead down the backstretch. Bigor on the inside. Branham is at his door on the outside, trying to get the nose on the outside of that 19 car. Robin Wood coming for the second spot now on the inside. Bigor will lead. The battle is for second. It's Robin Wood on the inside line. Jamie Bigor in the 19 leading. Wood on the inside has the second spot. Branham on the outside running now in third. Side-by-side racing for the second position. Robin Wood's going to clear Bucko Branham on the inside. Danny Sullivan is checking that inside line now as well. No, he can't get to the back of Branham. 73 of Larry Underwood off the pace over in turns 3 and 4. He's got smoke coming out of that car, and it's going to bring out another yellow flag. Yellow flag's coming back out with 17 laps complete. One challenge, 61, Branham 20, top 3. Robin Wood going quick now already on the outside. Here comes Bigor back on the inside. They come down to the green flag. Wood on the outside has a good jump. Robin Wood in car number 61 looking for the lead. Branham got to clip the inside with the left rear tire. But out front, it's Robin Wood now on the outside. Jamie Bigor trying to hang with him. Wood drives it deep into the turn. Robin Wood, car number 61, around Jamie Bigor. He will have the lead. Robin Wood in the 61 leading into 1 and 2. Jamie Bigor trying to hang with him, but Wood, look at him pull away. That 61 is hooked up. Robin Wood now a 2-car length advantage over the 19 of Jamie Bigor. Here comes Bucko Branham after car number 19. Robin Wood, the Leland's Barbershop, number 61, has the lead. Lap number 19 goes up on the board. Jamie Bigor now 2-car lengths behind the 61. Then it's 2-car lengths back to Bucko Branham in the 20. Branham, number 20, seemed to lose some ground to Bigor's number 19 over in turn number 2. Danny Sullivan runs in the 4th spot. Then it's a gap back to Nick Lagoy. There's a car parked in 2. That's Casey St. Clair. It's going to bring out a yellow. Yellow flag comes out. No, it is the 18. You're right. Thought it might. We've got the 3 of Dan Sullivan on the outside of the second row. Nick Lagoy still running in the top 5 in that number 7 car. All right, here they come into turn number 4. They're both on it, coming down the front stretch to get the green flag. A good restart as they're even going to the first turn. Robin Wood working well down on the inside, but here comes Bigor back after him on the outside. It's still Robin Wood on the inside line going to turn number 3. This time, lap number 20 is going to go up on the board. Wood running strong on the inside line. Bigor trying to hang with him, not going to do it. Robin Wood maintaining the lead out front. Bigor trying to hook to the back bumper. A bit of a bobble there for Robin as he appeared to kick up some dirt down on the inside of the racetrack. Bigor looked to the outside but could not get there. He is right on the back bumper coming off of turn number 4. Lap number 21 goes on the board. Inside a car length is Jamie Bigor. Bucko Branham running in third down on the inside line. Again, you can see some dirt that kicks up. Sean Duquette is back out with the 18 car. The leaders are approaching. They're going to have to work around Duquette in that number 18 if they're able to chase him down, which seems likely. Robin Wood's lead is back to almost 2 car lengths. Jamie Bigor in the number 19 in that second spot. Bucko Branham in car number 20, 2 car lengths behind Bigor. Then it is still Sullivan in 4th, Lagoy in 5th. As they work single file around the racetrack, 2 laps to go for Robin Wood in car number 61. Robin Wood appears to be in a pretty darn good position, leading now by 3 car lengths. Jamie Bigor in the 19 cannot quite find him as Wood is running on the back of car number 18 of Sean Duquette. Whether or not he gets to him or not with a white flag out, we'll see. He's going to go around the outside of car 18 of Duquette. Can Bigor close quickly enough? No way. The 61 just flies right around. Robin Wood with an impressive run tonight. He is going to get the first checkered flag of the year in the J&S Steel Sportsman Limited Late Models. Here they come off of turn number 4. Checkered flag for Robin Wood. Jamie Bigor second. Bucko Branham is third. 4th goes to Danny Sullivan. And 5th will be car number 7 for Nick Lagoy.
Bigor perhaps snookered on that restart as Robin Wood got in it real early. And that paid off to be, a key move for Robin Wood as Robin takes his victory lap around the Big A. A nice job by both Bucko Branham and Jamie Bigor to come home in the 2 and 3 positions. Certainly put on a good battle at the front of the pack Jamie and Bucko raced hard early, and then Robin came into the picture not too long after. And Robin went on to be the eventual victor. So here he comes now. Robin Wood returns the checkers to in talks with Jamie Begor. How about a nice hand for Jamie Begor? But here comes Robin Wood, the winner tonight in the J&S Steel Limited Late Models. Rob?
All right, thanks, Rob. Let's get a word with Robin Wood. I think in watching the race, really the difference between yourself, Jamie's car, and Bucko's car, your car seemed to work wherever you wanted it to go. Their car seemed to bobble a little bit, either down on the inside or on the top. But you were hooked up, man.
Yeah, the car was actually really tight when we first started, but it seemed like as the more cautions we had, the sun started going down a little bit more, and the car kept getting better and better and better. Like at the start of the race, I couldn't even keep up with Jamie or Bucko, but then it got better.
On those restarts, were you thinking, whether it be on the outside or down on the inside, were you thinking that you were in a decent position no matter what, inside line or outside line?
Yeah, the outside line is usually better on the restart, but today the track's been oiled down a lot today, and it's really, really slick no matter where you are. But I would prefer to be on the outside, yes.
Always nice to start the year with a victory, and there's a lot of people that help you out with this race car. Talk about those folks and how gratifying it is with all the work over the wintertime to get here so quickly to victory lane.
Yeah, I got to thank my dad mostly. I got to thank my wife, Nikki, Tyler. I got to Gagnon Territorial Bingos, Renegades, Precision Barbershop, Leland's Barbershop, Daniel Signs, Lorman's, just everybody that helps me, and also like to dedicate this to Craig.
All right, nice job. Excellent win.
Thank you.
All right, that's Robin Wood, everybody. He gets his first win of the year.
His number 0 car now going across, receiving the checkered flag. There's his wife, Annette, waving to the crowd. The family certainly appreciates the support from all of you here at the racetrack. They're going 4 wide now. Get on your feet. Give a wave to the drivers when they come back around, as they will assemble in the 4 wide style in memory of Craig Ormsby. This time around, if you would, get on your feet, give a wave, wave your hat, wave to family, friends, as well as the drivers, as we remember the driver of the number 0 and a great guy around this racetrack, Craig Ormsby. We thank you for participating
In his qualifier. All right, so we are ready to run 19 Ernie's Discount Tools Modified, set to take the green flag as they work slowly into turn number 4. Here they come along the front stretch. Green flag is out. Todd Stone in the 1X. Oh, a bump from Bertillon going to turn number 2. But now Stone gets away. Everybody appears to be clean as they work down the backstretch. Todd Stone shows the way. The 97 of Chris Vernal working in the second spot. Pierre Bertillon running in third. Leon Gagnon sits fourth in the 4. Goes to the top of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Jesse Mueller eyes the inside line. Here comes Max Vienna in the 25. He's diving out of the inside, perhaps trying to size up Mueller. Keep an eye on Pat Dupree in the 24. He's trying to come from, oh, we got a spinner. Over in turn number 3, a car is sideways, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. I believe it might be the number 10 of Todd, as you have blocked in another car that needs to quickly depart from the racetrack. All right, so one lap complete, ready for a restart. Here they come off of turn number 4. They race down the front stretch back to the green flag. Todd Stone in the 1. Chris Vernold, the 97, works the outside back to the second spot. And it is Berthiaume in the 1 Quebec sitting in the 3rd position. Leon Gagnon running number 4 in the 4th spot. Jesse Mueller in the 19 and the 80 of Andy Haywood almost coming together along the front stretch. Haywood coming back after the 19 in turn number 2. Gets a real good run back around the 19. That's a good battle. They run wheel to wheel for the 6th position. Mueller in the 19, Andy Haywood in the number 80. Haywood trying to get around Mueller into turn number 1, and he will. Give the 6th spot to Andy Haywood. Oh, Haywood with a bad bobble over in turn number 2. Here comes Mueller right back after him. They're back to wheel racing now for the 6th position. Haywood had that 6th spot, but he really had a hiccup in the second turn, and that gives Mueller life to take that spot right back away. Todd Stone is running away out front. The 97 of Chris Vernold's in second, and hanging with him is the 1 of Berthiaume. Leon Gagnon is also there in the 4 car. Well, Todd Stone is already putting a pretty good distance between himself and second place runner Chris Vernold. Andy Haywood has been able to clear Jesse Mueller for that 6th spot, so he is back in the 6th position. Jesse Mueller running in 7th with car number 19. Richard Tesseur runs behind them in the 8th spot with the number 49. And it's the CO2 of Craig Riel in 9th, and Patrick Dupree is already into the top 10. Well, Dupree was not on the 100 of Roger Labreche is off the pace, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Looks like there might be some fluid that's coming out of that 100. That car has been spitting and sputtering. Chris Vernold will try to stick with him on the outside with the number 97. Berthiaume sitting 3rd, Leon Gagnon 4th, Max Vienne 5th. As they're ready to run again. Slow pace coming off of turn number 4 down the line. Green flag. Berthiaume moving underneath Vernold for the 2nd position. Berthiaume right on the back bumper again. Here comes Vernold though getting a good run. Andy Haywood was slow over in turn 2. That boxed up brother Craig Riel. Chris Vernold getting a good run on the outside. Berthiaume wiggles off turn number 4 right up in front of Vernold, and he's in his 2nd. Pierre Berthiaume goes to the 2nd spot as he moved up in front of the 97. The 97 had to hit the binders. As Todd Stone is pulling away again, it's a 5-car length advantage. Berthiaume in the 2nd spot. Vernold running 3rd in the 97. Leon Gagnon 4th in the 4. Max Vienne in car number 25 trying to hang on to 5th. Here comes Mueller. Mueller broke his wrist earlier this year with a snowmobiling incident. He's kind of driving one-handed in that number 19 machine, and he's going to get into the top 5 as he works around the 25 of Max Vienne. How about that? Jesse Mueller, senior in high school, trying to go around Max Vienne, the racing makers, back to 6th. Mueller takes the 5th spot. He's into the top 5 for the first time. As Vienne is fading a little bit, here comes Richard Tesseur. He is sizing up the racing baker. Todd Stone leading by half the backstretch. Pierre Berthiaume in the 1 is in 2nd. Chris Vernold's number 97 sits in 3rd. Leon Gagnon is 4th. And it's Mueller in the 19. 6th is the 25 of Vienne. 7th is Richard Tesseur running in 8th. It is the 80 of Andy Haywood. 9th is Craig Riel. 10th, Patrick Dupree. Ooh, look out. The 49 of Tesseur got into the dirt with a left rear tire. That sent him around, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. All right, so 12 laps complete. We're ready for a restart. Here they come into turn number 4. They're coming along the front stretch. Green flag, back out. Berthiaume works on the outside. Gets a good run over in turn number 2. Pierre Berthiaume coming after Todd Stone on the outside. Wheel to turn number 3. Stone down on the inside. Berthiaume trying to stick with him on the outside. He'll take it right up towards the wall. Todd Stone finishes at the start-finish line. Stone in the 1X pulling away from Berthiaume. Again, similar to the other restarts. The driver seems to be able to hang with Todd Stone for about a lap and a half, and then Todd Stone starts to pull away. And he is checking out again. It's already up to 5 car lengths on Berthiaume. The 97 of Vernold sits in the 3rd spot. 4th is Leon Gagnon. 5th is Jesse Mueller. Look out, there goes the 80 of Haywood. And perhaps problems on the left front for Haywood now, as that car fire, but it seems to be coming to life in the feature event. Stone has set a slow pace on these restarts. He's doing the same thing again, and then he's going to punch it. Look out, here they come down the front stretch, and green flag. Bertiome going with him on the outside. Lap and a half, you can hang right with him. Bertiome's wheel-to-wheel down the backstretch. Going to turn number 3. There comes Stone back on the inside. Bertiome on the back bumper, and it's back to Todd Stone. It takes about a half a lap for that Todd Stone 1X to hit the extra gear. And he is pulling away again, setting sail away from Pierre Bertiome. Bertiome is in that second spot. The best battle on the racetrack right now is Chris Kaye, who is also coming to the front. Kaye started right next to Patrick Dupree, almost tail end of the field. They started back around the 16th, 18th spot on the starting grid, and here comes Patrick Dupree trying to get around Max Vienne. Patrick Dupree to the outside of Vienne at turn number 2. Let's see if he can finish the pass down the backstretch, and he will get the nose out in front at least. Patrick Dupree trying to get to the 6th spot. Vienne down on the inside. Give that 6th position to the pistol. Patrick Dupree goes to 6th. Todd Stone, the 1X, leading by half the backstretch over Bertiome. Patrick Dupree into the top 6. Let's see if he can run down Leon Gagnon, who is holding steady in the 5th spot. Jesse Mueller has moved past Gagnon into the 4th position, and Mueller is trying to run down Chris Vernold in the 97, who is 3rd. Pierre Bertiome is comfortable in 2nd. He is half the front stretch behind Todd Stone, but he's got about an 8-car length advantage over the 97 of Vernold, who is in 3rd. Mueller to the number 19, running in the 4th position. Leon Gagnon 5th in car number 4. And a gap back to Patrick Dupree in the 24. Again, I think if we could see Pat chase down Leon Gagnon, that tells us something. Leon's running a pretty good time around the racetrack. And next time around, we'll try to check the speeds and the lap times of the drivers around the Big A. Here comes Todd Stone off of turn number 4. Stone turning a lap time of 16.272. Bertiome 16.304. Checking Patrick Dupree. Oh, we got a yellow flag out. As I believe one of those big tires down the inside has claimed another victim. Stone in the G-Stone Motors 1X.
By himself, huh?
He's been taking it pretty easy around the racetrack, or at least on these restarts. There's a 3-wide move. Oh, yeah, he clipped the tire, broke it instantly. 49. All right, here we go. Ready for the restart. Green flag is back out. Whoa, look out. Car hard into the wall on the outside. That is Patrick Dupree hard into the outside wall. Jesse Mueller got a piece of somebody in the 19. Andy Lindemann, that 3-car they just finished, putting the 8 laps remain. They are getting ready for a restart between Todd Stone and Pierre Bertiome. Front row, green flag. They race off into turn number 1, wheel to wheel. Bertiome on the outside. Sticks the nose out in front off turn number 2. Oh, look out. Right side tires got off towards the bunker. He gets back up to speed, but Todd Stone in the lead, and there he goes. Stone will pull away off the second turn. It is now, whoa, look at that, just 4 to 5 car lengths that quick. Leon Gagnon running at 3rd. Max Vienne is 4th. Here comes Craig Riel on the outside, trying to take that spot away. And some of the teams that were charging towards the front of the field are now out of this one. Dupree, of course. Chris Kaye had been moving towards the front. The 97 of Vernold had been running strong. All of those guys now out of the mix. So you're going to see some names that don't often run in the top 5 that will very likely have a good top 5 finish on opening night. Todd Stone is just running away. He comes down the front stretch. He's got a half front stretch lead already over Bertiome in just 3 laps since the restart. Roll contact. Mike Labreche gets a piece of the tire. He's going to the infield. Mike Labreche in the number 99. Craig Riel were racing for position over in turn number 49. 26 laps complete as we chug along towards lap number 60. We've seen this before. Stone, Bertiome, green flag. Oh, Bertiome's going to try something different now. He's going to dive down to the inside after trying the outside a number of restarts, and that didn't work. That just did not work. The outside was a bit of a better opportunity for Bertiome, but give him credit for trying something different at least, because the outside line wasn't working either. It might have worked into turn number 2, and then from that point forward, Todd Stone was able to drive away. And you look at that lap time, 16.254 for Stone, 16.7 for Berthiaume. Well, there's a differential of almost a half second now between Stone and Berthiaume. Leon Gagnon in the 4 car sitting in that 3rd spot, and his lap time is similar to Berthiaume's, running in the 3rd position. Craig Riel and Mike Riel now working for the 5th spot. Right now it's his son Craig Riel that has the 5th position. Dad Mike is trying to take that spot away from his son and get into the top 5. Andy Lindemann is running in 7th as we approach halfway this time by for Todd Stone. The 19 of Jesse Mueller is moving back towards the front. He is working underneath the 76 of Mike Wells over in turn number 2. Mueller's car is back up to speed, and he is working in the 3rd turn. He'll finish the pass on Wells and set his sights on the 80 of Andy Haywood, and then next would be Andy Lindemann in the number 3. Again, for position, one would figure that Lindemann would be the next car that he would have to pass for position, because we believe that Andy Haywood is down at least a lap on the racetrack. And looking at the scoring monitor, that is indeed the case. Right now he is in the 12th spot out on the racetrack. Well, the leader is Todd Stone. There he goes across the start-finish line. Pierre Berthiaume holding down 2nd. Berthiaume is 16.4. Leon Gagnon is 16.3 that lap. So Leon a little bit quicker in the 3rd position. Running in 4th, Max Vienna in the 25. He's turning lap times in the 16.8 range. And then it is Craig Riel running in 5th. 6th is Mike Riel. 7th is Andy Lindemann. In the 8th spot is Jesse Mueller in the 19. Running in 9th is Mike Wells in car 76. And rounding out the top 10 is Dan Brown, the 327. Running in the 11th spot is, the 10th is Matt Woodruff, and 11th is Michael Lebrecht. Right now it is Mueller being scored in the 8th position on the scoring monitor. So the leader, Todd Stone, he is in turn number 1 as the 2nd place car is coming off the 4th turn. And I think before long, Leon Gagnon is going to make a play for the 2nd spot. He is just a car length now off the back bumper of Berthiaume. And you compare the lap times, Berthiaume has been slower the last several laps than the pace that Gagnon is setting. Not a lot slower, but enough to allow Leon to close. And at some point, you would think Leon would be able to get in the ballpark to make a pass on that one Quebec. Todd Stone approaching the back of the pack, and we'll see if he tries to make a move. And a dispatch of Lebrecht in the 99 put him a lap down. Well, 38 laps complete. The laps now clicking off at a much faster pace. The best battle on the racetrack may be shaping up for 2nd. Leon Gagnon appeared to drag on the middle of the backstretch. Might have just dipped the right side tire off a little bit, quickly right back onto the track, but he is just off the back bumper of Berthiaume. Lap number 40 about to go up on the board. This time around for Todd Stone. Stone is putting the Lebrecht down a lap. And the next car to go down a lap will be the number 55 of Matt Woodruff. Stone is the race leader. Pierre Berthiaume is 2nd. Leon Gagnon is 3rd. Max Vienna is 4th in the 25. 5th is Craig Riel in the CO2. 6th is Mike Riel. 7th is Andy Lindemann in the number 3. 8th, Jesse Mueller. 9th is Dan Brown. Running in 10th, Matt Woodruff. 11th is Mike Lebrecht. The one car that is not showing up on the scoring monitor is Mike Wells in the 76. Leader bogged down in traffic now as he is trying to get around first underneath the 76 of Mike Wells. He's able to do that, and next it'll be the 327 of Dan Brown. Although Wells comes back after him on the outside. You can tiptoe through the lap traffic when you have a front straightaway lead. Leon Gagnon has gone past Pierre Berthiaume to grab the 2nd spot as we anticipated. And Leon Gagnon now trying to chase down Todd Stone. Gagnon turning faster lap times than Stone is, about a 1/10 of a second a lap, but Stone's been bogged down in lap traffic, and again, he's been taking it easy. He has not really pushed the issue, trying to get through these slower cars, driving a smart race, and now he is clear of some of the lap traffic. Leon Gagnon is just about to get into it. I think if Leon could work around these cars and then a yellow flag if that were to come out, maybe it would be interesting. Because again, Gagnon on the lap monitor, very close time-wise to what Todd Stone is turning out on the racetrack. 16.5 for Stone and a 16.5 and change for Leon Gagnon. And we have a car off the pace. It is Mike Riel in the 0-2, over in turn 2, and that will bring out a yellow flag. Mike Riel in the second place runner. He's got 14 laps to work with. Well, look, he's got 4 cars that he has to try to get around. Those cars are lapped down to the leader, but not yet to Gagnon. Green flag. Todd Stone sets sail away from the 327 of Dan Brown. Craig Riel goes right around Pierre Bertillon. Bertillon's got a tire down. He has to have a tire down. That car is limping into turn number 3. Goes to the top of the track, and yellow flag. Yellow flag is going to fly for Pierre Bertillon in a 1. Lap car. Craig Riel second, CO2. That's the Verizon-sponsored colors for Craig this year. Leon Gagnon third in the 4. Those cars top 3. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag back out. The G-Stone Motors 1X to Todd Stone. Craig Riel going to the top of the racetrack. Flies around Matt Woodruff. Again, Woodruff is a lap down. Woodruff comes back and a little bit of a punch on the backside. Now Leon Gagnon gets boxed up. Max Vienne might have a shot to come after Leon Gagnon down on the inside. Nope, couldn't get there. Stone leading, Craig Riel through. Mike Wells pushes up right in front of Craig Riel. Riel had to get on the binders, then move down to the inside line as he tries to dispatch with the 76 and put him a lap down to the second place runner and Craig Riel. Todd Stone continues to cruise along, 16.2 his lap time. Second place runner Craig Riel turned just for comparison, 17.4. And Leon Gagnon onto the back bumper of Craig Riel. So it's a full second faster a lap for Todd Stone. Inside 10 to go now for the leader. Craig Riel trying to get around Mike Wells in the 70s. Oh, look out, Andy Haywood. Drifted up the racetrack. Collects the 3 of Andy Lindemann, as well as collecting Bertillon. Was certainly not keeping up with Todd Stone, but the CO2 had not even been able to chase down the 327. We'll see how it goes now on the restart. So as they come off of turn number 4, green flag back out for Todd Stone. Stone driving away off of turn number 2. Craig Riel gets around the 327 on the outside. We'll check their lap times this time as they come off of turn number 4 down along the front stretch. Leon Gagnon trying to get around the 327 but can't do it. Lap time for Todd Stone is 16.8, and for Craig Riel in a CO2, no, it's 16.8 for Craig Riel. And Stone's time, for whatever reason, there it is. Todd Stone was a 16.1. So more than half a second faster, Todd Stone in the 1X. Craig Riel in second, Leon Gagnon in that third position. Now if the yellow flag were to come out, the top 4 cars would be right behind, the top second, third, and fourth place runners would be right behind leader Todd Stone if there were to be another yellow. And Bertillon is way off the pace with a 1. That was a car on the lead lap. He was running in 7th, and he is going to just ride around, it looks like, on the track. And it appears as though that car had shut down, but he is back running again. So it is Todd Stone showing the way. Bertillon will get, he's back up to speed. He's going to go around the 55. I wonder if maybe he didn't clip one of the tires over a turn before. Gene knows, but we can't talk to him right now. He had it right on camera.
Oh, I think he hit the 55.
Oh, they had a little contact.
Oh, I see. I saw 55 stick his hand out the window, and you only know what that means when you're driving.
Yeah. Battle for second now. Wheel to wheel running for the second spot. Leon Gagnon on the outside trying to get around Craig Riel for the second position. Sparks fly down the backstretch going to turn 3 and 4. Leon on the outside taking it up towards the wall, and he will have second driving around Craig Riel. 57 laps complete. Laps are winding down. Todd Stone half the backstretch. Leon Gagnon trying to reel him in. Todd Stone continues to show the way. 16.1 was his last lap time. Car up in the wall. That is the 0-2 of Mike Riel. It's going to bring out a yellow flag. He punched the wall hard with the right side. Coming off of turn number 4, he really slapped the fourth turn wall, and then coming down first win, opening week. 58 laps complete. Here they come off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag back out. Oh, and Todd Stone sails away. Great restart for Stone. Leon Gagnon running in second. It is Craig Riel in the CO2 sitting in third. Jesse Mueller now to fourth. Jesse Mueller looking outside, trying to get the third. Here comes Mueller on the outside. White flag. 1 lap to go for Todd Stone. Stone sailing down the backstretch. He is going to get his first win of the year. The defending track champion works into turn number 4 down the front stretch. Todd Stone is going to win it. Stone gets the win. Second goes to Leon Gagnon. Third to Jesse Mueller. Fourth goes to Craig Riel. Fifth to Max Vienne. Finishing in 6th will be...
Well, Todd Stone receives the checker flag from Chief Starter Butch Hendry. And he'll lead his 61st lap around the Big 8 tonight. Heck of a job by Jesse Mueller to race his way back to the third spot. I predicted that Jesse would get around both the 25 and the CO2.
His race car, here he comes, everybody. Give him a nice round of applause. This is Todd Stone. Well, you were in the right spot. There was just a bunch of nasty things happening behind you during the course of this race. You're fast right off the hauler, and I know you and your crew put a lot of time into this race car. Talk about the race. Talk about your experiences running out front and what you think of this car.
Well, before that, I want to say, it was an honor winning the Craig Ormsby Memorial Race. I've known Craig for a long time. He was a good guy. He touched a lot of hearts, and I just want to say it was great to be able to win it.
So again, let's go back to the race. A lot of carnage behind you. A lot of attrition in this race. You were in a good position leading out front. That was the right place to be.
Well, when you start up front, there's only one way to go, and that's to the rear. But actually, with 2 laps to go, my motor started skipping. And I don't know what happened to it, but it cleared out in this last restart so I could finish 2 good laps. But the motor was skipping. I'm like, I could only run about to the flagger stand, if that, and the motor was it died right down. So we were just lucky. I said, hey, I need some luck. I need to finish 2 laps. Let's get her done.
Well, congratulations on getting the win. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
All right,
25 laps tonight. Typical distance for the Renegade division, and they are on it. Coming off of turn number 4, down the line. Green flag is out. Richie Turner hot into turns 1 and 2, using the top of the racetrack, trying to get to the lead, and he's got his nose out in front, down the backstretch, going to 3. Bob Gordon coming back after him. Now remember, that H2O, that car loves to work on the top of the track. Right now he's down the inside line. He likes the top, and at the line it's just about a dead heat. Gordon in the H2O on the inside. Turner into 17 on the outside. Going to the top off turn number 2. Turner's got the nose back out in front. Seesaw battle for the lead into turn number 3. Now Gordon comes back on the inside. He sticks the nose in front. Here comes Turner back after him on the outside as they race down the line. And again, it is just about dead even. Virtually a dead heat at the start-finish line. Gordon in the H2O. Turner in the 17. This time Turner gets the advantage off of turn 2. He's got the nose out in front. That last lap, Turner was scored in the lead at the line. Here comes Richie Turner right up towards the wall, down along the front stretch, and this time he clearly has the lead by about 3 feet over the H2O. Black flag is out for Bill Donor, the number 48. He's been fighting mechanical problems throughout the day, going all the way back to practice. The H2O of Rob Gordon still down on the inside. Jason McClatchy is closing in. Josh Terry is also closing in on the battle for the lead. Richie Turner in car 17 trying to finish the pass in the H2O so he can work whatever lane he wants to on the racetrack. Again, it's the black flag for the 48. The 17 of Turner has cleared the H2O of Rob Gordon, and now Jason McClatchy is looking down to the inside of the H2O car in turn number 4. Gordon has that second spot. Let's see if he wants to go up to the top of the racetrack now. Over in turns 1 and 2, he'll work the middle. Now drift up towards the top of the track. The 70 of Jason McClatchy running in third. He is right on the back bumper of the H2O. Fourth is Josh Terry. Fifth is Curtis Seymour. Running in the sixth spot, and the number 28, it is Ryan Booten. Seventh is Lance Raptoy. Eighth is Mark Perrin. Ninth is Big Daddy Don Franklin. And rounding out the top 10, it is Tyler Terry in the 44. 11th is the 13 of Joe Warren. 12th is the 08 of Andrew Bordeaux. And then 13th, Josh LeClaire in car number 7. Richie Turner, the leader, is pulling away. It's now a 6-car length advantage for car number 17. 7 laps complete. Richie Turner with a lead out front over the H2O. The first 4 laps run side by side, but eventually the H2O was not able to hang with that 17. Stuck down on the inside line was Gordon. Now Jason McClatchy, who at one point was right on the back bumper of the H2O, has his hands full. Josh Terry in car number 43 trying to drive underneath that 70 car. Josh Terry, car 43, moving down to the inside in turns number 3. He's been working that lower line. McClatchy driving a higher line around the racetrack. So there is room down on the inside for Josh Terry if he can get there. Terry to the inside in turns 1 and 2. Good run off the top of 2 that time for McClatchy. He's able to pull away slightly again down the backstretch, but the 43 reels him in as he's able to drive it deep into turn number 3. Side-by-side battle. The best one on the racetrack is the race for third. Jason McClatchy is hanging on to third, but Josh Terry in car 43 trying to take it away. Makes up ground 1 lap and then gives it away the next. McClatchy will hang on to that third spot. Terry's going to follow him around for a few laps. Battle now for the 5th position. Side-by-side racing. Here comes Lance Raptoy on the outside. Lance Raptoy in car number 11 drives right around Curtis Seymour in the 357. That was easy. Lance Raptoy into the top 5 with the 11 car, the Culligan machine on the march. 357 of Seymour is now 6th. Running in 7th is car number 28 for Ryan Booten. Running in 8th is Mark Karen in the 5 car. Rounding out the top 10, the 69 of Don Franklin, the 44 of Tyler Terry. Good side-by-side racing for the 9th position. Franklin in the 69, Tyler Terry in the 44. And right behind them, it's Andrew Bordeaux in the 08. This time by its halfway. It's been an all-green event so far for the Key RD Trailer Sales Renegades. Richie Turner in the number 17 continues to run with a 7 to 8 car length advantage over the H2O of Robert Gordon. Then the 70 of McClatchy, the 43 of Josh Terry. Lance Raptoy in car number 11, pulling away from Curtis Seymour, who was in the 6th spot. And Lance Raptoy may be one of the quickest cars out on the racetrack. Right now, Raptoy is the only guy sub-20 lap times. Lance Raptoy just ran a 19.9, and the leader is turning a lap time of a little over 20. So Raptoy is the fastest car on the track, but he's got to make up the front stretch to try to chase down the 17 of Richie Turner. And again, that lap, Raptoy was a little bit quicker than the leader. He's about 0.2 of a second faster than the leader, but he's going to have to chase down and work around 3 other cars just to get in the ball game. And the laps are winding down. No surprise here for the Renegades as they have run the first 16 laps now, caution-free. 17 of Turner is going to put the Junk is Beautiful number 2 of Metal Man down a lap. Rob Gordon will follow around on the outside. Jason McClatchy still running in that 3rd spot. Running in 4th is Josh Terry. Running in 5th is Lance Raptoy. Oh boy. Richie Turner leading by almost 10 car lengths now. The H2O fading a little bit, coming back towards the 70 of McClatchy. McClatchy is really working that race car. You can see him a little bit sideways off of turn number 4, trying to get into that 2nd spot. Richie Turner in the 17. He is on his way to, oh, look out, the H2O of Rob Gordon. Something amiss with the H2O car. That car slowed in the middle of the backstretch, and he is running around the top of the racetrack now with the H2O. He may have a tire down. It's going to bring out a yellow. Maybe a tire on Rob Gordon's H2O. 8th is Kurt Seymour. 9th is Josh LeClaire. And they are set to run again with 18 laps complete on our way to 25. Green flag. McClatchy's going after it on the outside. Lance Raptoy trying to go with him as well. Here's the 17 fighting back down on the inside line. It's McClatchy on the top of the racetrack. He's got the nose out in front. McClatchy has the lead going to turn number 3. Turner hanging right with him. They're running side by side, inches apart. Now off of turn number 4. They separate. McClatchy's the new leader. McClatchy will lead lap number 19 that goes up on the board. The 17 of Turner sideways in turn number 2. It's a good run off the top of the racetrack for McClatchy. Side by side for the lead. Side by side for third. Josh Terry's on the inside. Lance Raptoy on the top of the racetrack. Here they come off the 4th turn again down the line. It's still Jason McClatchy leading. The 17 of Turner works a higher line at a 1 and 2, trying to get a good run off the 2nd turn. Can't do it. McClatchy has completed the pass. McClatchy can run whatever lane he wants to now. It's a middle lane. Again, you see him a little sideways off of turn number 4. Down to the line. Jason McClatchy pulling away from the 17 of Richie Turner. Lance Raptoy has come into the top 3 with the 11 car. The 43 of Josh Terry working in 4th. 5th, it's the 28 of Ryan Booten. Jason McClatchy, Richie Turner, Lance Raptoy, Josh Terry, and the Booten 28 running in the top 5. McClatchy's lead is 2 car lengths. He worked the outside on the restart to the lead. Richie Turner trying to get back to his rear bumper, but can't do it. Turner now 2, making 3 car lengths behind the leader, McClatchy. Jason McClatchy coming off of turn number 4, takes it up towards the wall. Popsicle sticks are out. There's 2 to go for McClatchy. The 17 of Richie Turner in the 2nd spot. Lance Raptoy sitting in 3rd. Raptoy really hasn't been able to chase down the 17 and make a play for that 2nd position. Jason McClatchy just has to focus and hit his marks now as the white flag is out, and he's got a 3 car length lead at the line. The late race restart appears to be playing into the favor of car number 70 of Jason McClatchy. Richie Turner can see him, but he's 3 car lengths behind. He's got 2 corners to make something happen, and nothing's going to happen for that 70 tonight as Jason McClatchy's going to win it. Richie Turner will finish in 2nd. Lance Raptoy finishing in 3rd. 4th goes to Josh Terry in the 43. And 5th will be the number 28. Good start to the year for Ryan Booten.
The other Melissa's Barbershop, red ticket, 577081. 577081. The Econo Lodge, red ticket, 577303. 577303. Another Econo Lodge, blue ticket, 944684. Blue ticket, 944684. Now, Liquor and Wine Warehouse, blue ticket, 670966. Again, 670966. Another blue ticket, 670760. 670760. And the last Liquor and Wine Warehouse gift certificate, a red ticket, 577. And we'll go downstairs to Rob Knowles, who's waiting to talk with Jason McClatchy. Rob?
All right, Jason McClatchy's out of his car. Give him a nice round of applause, everyone. Come on over, Jay. Well, you got a good break with that yellow flag. It looked like with, 7, 8 laps to go in the race, you were probably going to have to settle for 2nd or 3rd, but the yellow flag comes out, puts you on the outside, and on the restart, your car certainly came to life on the outside line. You were able to get around Richie.
Richie raced me real good. I just got to thank my sponsors. I want to thank Dee's Pit Stop, Scene and Hobbies, Richard's Tree Service, High Voltage Designs. We didn't get this car done till midnight last night. Jason Durgan with cut vinyl at 12:30 to finish up. I got these guys. Who else do I got? Oh, Yuki's Redemption Center. Them guys came on board. They helped us out a lot.
Always a good idea to get all those sponsors in, but again, in this division, it's always close. A lot of side-by-side racing, just the caution flag, but that caution flag, again, really came at the right time.
Yes, it did. And my dad's birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday, Dad. Craig was a very good friend. He was like a father to me, and this one's for him, too. So.
All right, nice job, Jason McClatchy. Good job getting his first victory. Jay gets the win tonight in the...
Bradley, the 79's Jay LeGray, 43 Malcolm Woodward, the 71's John Montroy. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag is out on the Mexican Busch Beer Mini Modified. Here comes the 0-2 of Eric Riel. He runs down the backstretch with Kane Favreau right on the outside. Favreau now ducks in the line and perhaps is going to look down on the inside. A little bit of a wiggle that time off of turn number 4 for the 0-2 of Eric Riel. Riel does lead lap number 1. Take a look at the 14 of Rob Clark. Clark up in the second groove, trying to find a way by the 41 of Tim LaFountain. Here comes Ty Drown. Throw his name into the mix for 4th place. He looks down on the inside of the 14 of Clark. Rob Clark on the top, Tyson Drown down on the bottom. Drag race for the 4th spot off of turn number 4. Rob Clark's keeping it. Tim LaFountain pushed high off of turn number 1 that time. Comes back down, shuts the door on Clark. Side by side, Drown and Clark still run into turn number 3. Clark sticks the nose out in front, and it appears he's going to clear Drown here off of turn number 4. He does, settling in the 4th spot, Rob Clark. Oh, it looks like Chad Collins perhaps may have missed a shift, and Robert Foley got caught up behind. Robert Foley looks like he wants to take that 66 pit side as he's off the pace. Chad Collins is now off the pace and in the infield. So problems for the 22 and the 66. If your first number matches your second number on your car, you are going to have a problem, apparently. The 22 and the 66 both in the infield with problems. Out front, Eric Riel is setting the pace, and he is on cruise control. About a front stretch advantage for this 0-2 as he crosses the start-finish line right now. Rob Clark in the number 14 still trying to find a way around the 41 of Tim LaFountain. LaFountain pushes high off of turn number 2. Here comes Clark down to the inside. Clark sticks the nose there going in 3, pulls even by the middle of 3. As they work through 3 and 4, LaFountain puts the nose back out in front. They race off of turn number 4, drag race for the 3rd position, and it's still the 41 of Tim LaFountain, although the 14 is certainly gaining. Clark definitely gaining. Here they go this time down the backstretch. The 14 of Clark clears the 41. Perhaps Ty Drown thinking about coming right with him. Drown tries to get down to the inside of LaFountain as we are halfway in the Busch Beer Mini Modifieds. LaFountain came down and shut the door. About a 4-lane chop on the 6 of Ty Drown. Now he pushes bad up in turn number 2. Ty Drown looks down on the inside again. Drown that time gave him a little bump going into turn number 3. Didn't appreciate that chop a little bit earlier. And here they race off of turn number 4. Kane Favreau, who sits in the 2nd spot right now, feeling a little uncomfortable. Here comes the 14 of Rob Clark. Clark looks high. And he's going to stick to the top groove going down the backstretch. Favreau doing a good job bottom feeding, holding that line. Here comes Clark. Looks him in the eye, goes right on by around the outside. Rob Clark to the 2nd spot. Favreau still fighting, though, down on the inside. Throws that car down to the inside. A little bobble, though, coming out of 1. That's going to hurt him, and then that allows Rob Clark to clear with no problem. Favreau holding that 3rd spot. Got to hold off LaFountain now, who's charging on the top of the racetrack. Getting a little push from behind from Drown. Ty Drown with a good view of that battle right now for position number 3. Drown now looking down on the inside for the 4th spot. He's about even now with LaFountain as they pull off of turn number 2. LaFountain uses the progressive banking down the backstretch, and he's able to hold him off for 4th right now. Perhaps LaFountain thinking about setting a pick as the 20 of Kane Favreau down to the inside, running that inside groove pretty good. Whoa, a little touch that time between the 4 and the 6, or the 41 rather, and the 6 along the front stretch. Dave Demore in the 88 goes a lap down, and the next car to go a lap down is going to be the 69 of John Bradley. Eric Riel not far from catching up to him. Will this lap car of Dave Demore play any effect in shaking out this 3rd place battle? Drown was able to get around the 41 of LaFountain. He's in the 4th spot. And Drown now is trying to crack into the top 3, working the outside around the 20 of Kane Favreau. Favreau again holding that line down on the inside. Now Drown perhaps trying the slingshot down on the inside. Nothing there though. 2 laps to go that time by for the 0-2 of Eric Riel. Riel started on point, has been on point, and hasn't moved from the point. Bad time over there in corner number 2 for Kane Favreau. He pushed up the track and he went from 3rd to 5th. White flag is out, final time around for the 0-2 of Eric Riel. Riel didn't take practice, came out in his qualifier. Well, that was pretty dominating performance in his qualifier. Malcolm Woodward slow up in front of him. Hopefully Malcolm will get out of the way. Yes, he does. Malcolm gets out of the way. And here he comes off of the fourth turn. Eric Riel's going to win it. Rob Clark's going to be second. Third, coming off of turn number 4, is going to go to Ty Drown. Fourth is going to go to the 41 of Tim LaFountain. And fifth, in his very first time out, is going to go to Kane Favreau in the 20K.
Well, Robbie is headed down trackside. He'll get a word with Eric Riel, who takes home the...
All right, well, Eric Riel's about to get out of his car. Let's have a nice round of applause for Eric Riel. Wins the first feature for the Busch Beer Mini Modifieds of 2013. Well, you didn't get any practice today. That was pretty interesting. I noticed I didn't see you in practice, and I saw you come out in the heat race, and you were certainly very dominating. Talk about how you felt with the car. Certainly it was pretty good. And is this the same car from last year? Because it seemed pretty comfortable for you.
Yeah, the car was hooked right up. Handled good right out of the gate. I first got here, the alternator quit. When I first got here, we changed that, and it's running really good. I mean, tonight with the cooler temperatures, the track really took to the coolness and was sticky. So, handled well.
Any sponsors or people you want to thank putting this car together?
T&B Metals. Just like thank my brother-in-law, Speedy, and anybody that helps me. Bill Desatel helped me a lot. Do the body work on it this last week. That's about it. Like say hi to my son Ryder and.
All right. Well, congratulations on picking up the first win in 2013.
Thank you.
That's Eric Riel.